by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I'll fight. Damn right. Even when I'm
all right. Good, yeah. Welcome back to the Professional Stepdad Show. I am your host, Franco Zavala. This is episode 145. Guys, I'm excited for the episode today because the subject that we are going to be discussing kind of goes hand in hand with where we are in the month of December because we're so close to New Year's. First, before I move any further, if this is your first time watching the show, welcome. And if this is your 145th time watching the show and listening to the show, welcome back. I really appreciate and value and appreciate. I already said appreciate. So I appreciate double each and every one of you for listening and for watching the show and for sharing. I love questions. I love making episodes about specific scenarios that stepdads are going through. So if you do have a scenario, if you have something you're having a problem navigating your way through, send me an email at contact@theprofessionalstepdad.com. I'll go over it if I feel like it's just powerful, or even if I don't feel it's powerful. If it's a great message and I can feel within the question that you are really looking for a way to better yourself, I will 100% make an episode about it. So yeah. All right, episode 145. So, like I said, we're close to New Year's. And what happens at the end of the year? New Year's comes, everybody makes what? Makes goals. New Year's resolutions, they call them. Where the very next year, 2023, you're going to drop that 20 pounds, or you're going to see your children more, or you're going to be a better husband, or you're going to build that business, or you're going to fill in the blank here, whatever it is. And, I think the statistic, and I'm not sure exactly the amount of days, but let's just say it's under 21. Before 21 days is up, it's like 60 to 70% of people who have made a New Year's resolution quit, give up, walk away, throw their hands up. I can't do it. The amount of guts that it takes to follow through with what you say you're going to do is mind-blowing. And the amount of people that fail at that is also mind-blowing. So I want you to ask yourself, can you honestly say that everything you've done as a stepdad, no matter where you are in your journey, maybe you're year 1, maybe you're year 15, doesn't matter. Can you honestly say that you have done everything and that you have followed through with everything that you said you were going to do, that you wanted to do, and that you plan to do as a stepdad? Because if you have, then chances are you're not watching this show. You're not listening to this show because you're an individual who takes pride in following through. But for the rest of you who have a problem with it, I want to make sure that you understand that it's okay. It's okay, because for the majority of us, including myself, following through is not some easy thing to do all the time. Maybe we get distracted. Maybe we get discouraged. There are so many different variables that play into that cause us not to follow through with what we set out to do as stepdads. So the children, your partner, yourself, a great quality to have as a stepdad is to follow through with what you say you're going to do. If you tell the kids you're going to be at the recital or at the game, follow through and be there. If you tell your wife that you're going to work on the relationship and you're going to do more, you're going to speak her love language more, follow through. If you tell yourself that you're going to lose the weight or build a business, follow through. You have to follow through with your responsibilities. You have to follow through with your promises. You have to follow through with any expectation that you set, especially for the kids. Why is this important? More often than not, especially when kids are dealing in a blended family environment and bio dad's still in the picture or bio mom's still in the picture, there's a lot of time split. There's a lot of weekends at everybody else's house. And God forbid one or the other is having that midlife crisis and now all they want to do is party and travel all the time. There are many, many, many times that kids wish someone would just show up for them. And they'll get the promise from their parents or they'll get the promise from their step parents. And then life happens, something comes up, and you end up not being there. And because you decided not to follow through in that moment with the promise that you made, it takes away from all the work that you put in up until that point. And you know what the thing is it sucks because sometimes it's not your fault, right? Sometimes it's just, like I say, life happens. And 1 or 2 times probably is okay. But if you're consistently not following through with your promises, it's going to be, that is going to be the death of your relationship with your kids, with your partner, and with yourself. So why is it important to follow through as a stepdad? Well, think about it. When we come into our blended families, we have this vision of what we want the family and our journey to look like, right? And if we are not confident in ourselves, and if we are not confident in our ability to be the best man, leader, and father for them, what we do is we, have that one foot out the door. And the moment something bad happens, we make an excuse like it's okay to split. These aren't my kids. This is not my house. If you want to be somebody that is known to follow through with what they say, to accomplish their dreams and goals, to set examples and to lead from the front and to be just an all-around good person, especially as a stepdad, you have to bring that foot in the door and you have to go. You gotta push all your chips to the middle, but follow through, right? Follow through with the promise that you made to yourself. Remember, when we all begin, we have a talk with ourselves. We have conversations with ourselves. Yes, we ask the advice from our friends and family, but at the end of the day, we say things like, "Do I really want this? I mean, is it worth the trouble? Will the kids even ever like me? God, I have no idea how to do this. Should I continue or should I just bail now?" There's this inner conversation that we have with ourselves as men and as potential stepfathers. And that inner conversation is the coward inside of us that starts justifying the excuses that we have in our heads about either why we can't do this or why we won't be successful at it. And if you continue to move forward, that means that you shut that coward side of you down and the confident side of you took its place and you made a promise to yourself that you're going to do this. And not only are you going to do this, you're going to be the best that you can possibly be at it. And then you move forward with no foot in the door. And that's called following through with the promises that you made for yourself. Following through with the promise you made for your partner. You got to remember when she met you or re-met you or you got together and you guys kind of got on the same page, like, hey, we love each other. We want to get married. These are my kids. Are you stepdad? Yeah, have that conversation. Remember, she's going to look at you and be like, can I trust him? He says he wants to be here, but does he really want to? And if you say yes and you move forward, you have to follow through with that fucking promise. You owe it to her, you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to the kids. We don't make a lot of promises as stepdads to our children or our future stepchildren because, to be perfectly honest, they're our biggest judges. They will judge us more than anyone. They will judge us in what we do, what we say, how we act, what we think, how we cook, what music we listen to, everything. And they will consistently compare it to their real dad, their family members, to try to throw you off your game. But the crazy thing is that if you've made that promise to follow through and to be the very best you can be, nothing that they say or anyone else can say will ever fucking matter. Period. Because you made a commitment to yourself to follow through. You were going to follow through with your promises that you made for yourselves and to others. So you can see how I kind of made that, that transition between New Year's resolutions and how we are as parents. It's our responsibility when we say we're going to do something that we fucking do it. We follow through. Sometimes it'll work. Most times it won't. But it doesn't matter. The character that you are building as a man, as a leader, and as a father will be so beneficial to your future as a stepdad that you will thank your lucky stars each and every day you decided to follow through and fail. Each day you decided to follow through and succeed. But you're setting the tone for the house. You're setting an example for the kids. Yeah, we follow through. I follow through, you follow through. I'm gonna hold you accountable and responsible. I want you to do the same for me. So as you move forward in your blended family journey, as we end this year, stepdads, as we get to the end of 2022, and we move into 2023, before you go into this new year, ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Have I followed through with everything that I said I was going to do or that I wanted to do? And if the answer is no, that's okay. Because the fact that you asked yourself that question and that you were honest with the answer means that you're aware of what you need to fix and what you need to change so that you can accomplish and get to that vision that you had of the family when you decided, hey, I'm gonna step up. I'm here. You can trust me. Kids, you can trust me. I'm gonna do my very best here. And I promise to always follow through with my promises. Yeah. So, can you do that, stepdads? Can you move into 2023 and make a promise to yourself that you will follow through? And guess what? Remember I say it always starts with you and then your partner and then the kids. So if you are going to do that, if you are going to be one of the individuals in this world that follow through with what they say they're going to do, that means if you set a New Year's resolution, you better fucking accomplish it. Because you're showing to yourself that you are capable of making decisions, following through, and accomplishing it. Sound fair? All right, everyone. Episode 145. I will see each and every one of you soon. Be well. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. Listen, if you know a stepdad who is in need of any of this information, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and share this episode with them as fast as possible. Did you do it? Okay, you did it.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.